Okay, welcome to Learning Module 7's review of key concepts. Okay, so let's start with a review of what each of the financial reports is designed to do. So the statement of financial position talks about the organization's net worth, so its assets equals liabilities plus net assets at a particular moment in time, and usually that moment is the end of the fiscal year, the last day of the fiscal year. The statement of activities, also known as the income statement, shows the organization's revenue and expenses for a certain period of time, again, usually a fiscal year. Statement of cash flows is going to take, essentially the statement of activities and translate it over into cash, and it's going to show us how much cash we used in a particular period of time and how much we have on hand at the end of that period. The statement of functional expenses is designed to show expenses over a period of time. It's pretty much the easiest to understand, and of course those expenses are divided into program services and supporting services. And then finally we have the notes on the financials, which gives us all of the great details.
So here's some keys to remember about the financial statements. First off, all of the statements feed one another, right? So there are lines that from one that feed into the next one. The statement of functional expenses is, a much larger extrapolation of the expense line items on the statement of activities. And so you can kind of see how they all play together. They also can help you pinpoint the key aspects of an organization. If you understand how an organization gets its money and spends its money, you have a pretty good sense of what that organization is doing and how it runs. And when you're looking at all of these financial statements, you're looking for things that look out of place, right? So line items that change significantly year over year, things that aren't where you would expect them to be, numbers that seem to not make any sense at first glance, and then you have to dig a little deeper. And so, just some keys to remember there. And finally, I can't stress it enough, if you don't read the notes to the financial statements, you're not really reading the financial statements. They contain so much more information than even just looking at the basic statements themselves. It's going to start off with policies, which tell me a little bit about the organization and how it works. There's going to be information about, restricted funds, net assets with donor restrictions. There's going to be information about special things that happen during the year. There's going to be information about my loans, my financing, any mortgages that I owe. It'll have information about endowments. We've got the subsequent events, and then of course it all comes together with the audit letter that is put up front. Okay, so when you're ready, you can go on to the test yourself.